Hey, from Catherine. When I got up this morning, I saw all these wonderful response and thank you note from Tracey. Thank you so much for all you lovely comments on my live stream from yesterday. I know it got a little late. Today it's not so late in Denmark. I have been shopping a little bit and I was very lucky. I got all these magnificent stone and paints. Actually, these are glitter paints. And all these lovely colors. As you can see, these are with glitter. I can open them, and I got them what I feel was for a reasonable amount of money, not too expensive. I have also been out and do some extra here, as you can see. Very beautiful colors. But this is actually a very short one where I thank you. Sometimes people pop in, pop out, and that's okay. I am going to write on it's just yeah, me being live recording a video of my crafting and doing some crafting. What I'm doing is I am going to show you and explain to you, Tracey, if you see this. Thank you so much again for all your wonderful comments on my live stream. And I'm so happy that you was able and you actually made some of my roses, and I can understand you have a little, and know you have an Aldi where you live in the UK. Yes, it is actually much cheaper to buy these chamois cloth, as some call them, and you can color them yourself. Another thing I am going to show you, I don't know if Aldi have them in white or blue or yellow. I was actually thinking to show how you can actually use watercolor. So you can actually paint with watercolor on these. As you can see, I have made tin plate for the rose petals and one for the leaves for my roses. And I have, as you can see, colored turquoise and a purple. And I have as you can see, colored the green here for the leaves. These are I talk about from Aldi. What I also have used is food dye. I know in US and UK you can buy all these magnificent food colors. Uh, we can't buy them in Denmark because we have a very tough restriction of our food sources, and a lot of these colors are not approved to be used in food in Denmark. So that's why we can't buy them. Of course, you can maybe, but the problem is some might order them from Amazon or something, but the problem is the tax and the import of it. So if people from Denmark try to buy something from US, they have to consider it can cost you a lot of extra money when you order from US. And we can have the basic color, but as soon as I get a little order in my craft room right now, as you saw, it's like a hoarder cave and a totally storage room. I have now cleaned up another room, so I am going to recreate and use as one of my spare room. For craft room, that means I have emptied a room, and I am going to make these shelves and storage and a craft table. So I have a craft room and a sewing room in my apartment. What I'm telling you about these, also called stone paints. I got them very cheap. These colors has a very I was lucky that I have them actually. I don't know, there might be, it cost for a 10 krona, 10 Denmark for one. But these are also suitable. They can paint on anything from stone, fabric, and wood, and they make like a structure on how you paint on it. What I'm going to show you is I was so lucky to get them here today. As you can see, they have very, very fine tip on it. I don't know if you can buy these in UK, but I will show you. As you can see, I have one of these homemade washi tape, and I can actually show you. I'm writing here. As you can see, what you can do with it is it has a very, very fine tip, so you can actually use it for writing and drawing very fine lines on what you're doing. I'm going to put this here. And I like to make this washi tape I have made of an old, I have more of these. I have made it from an old, what do you call it, baby wipe. And Tracey, you said you had tried these from little before. So it sometimes you are lucky. You can have the same products in different countries. But sometimes I have noticed that even if you shop in the same type of supermarkets, it's not exactly the same brand you can buy. Also because, as I explained, we have some very tough rules about food dye and what you are putting an example in the food here in Denmark. So that means a lot of these things you can actually buy, like in America, very bright colored popsicles and stuff like that. You can't buy it here in Denmark. Um, what you can do is I am going to show you a little bit, but you have to have how are you explaining it? This is going to be a very short one. For further notice, I have some things to do, but to again say thank you, Tracey. I'm going to find out a time where we can coordinate a little hello here on live. And I have to say it's really warming my heart that I have been able and a mumbling sorry and inspiration with my things. I am going to show a little bit later how the crafting is. What I'm going to do now is, as you can see, I have some very pale baby wipes, not much color on them. but they are been wiped. So what I'm going to do is transfer them. What was I saying? Transform them. So I am going to pick up my little craft table. And I am going to, when I'm going through some things here, what I have before, because today I have to go out and I have a lot of um, leftovers from my candles. So I use a lot of these candles, and when it burned down and I got the leftover, what I'm actually doing is I am down melting them and cleaning the wax what they're made of. Then I am transforming the waste of it or leftover to new candles. That is what I'm doing. I also sometimes make my own soap bars and stuff like that. Even if I live in a flat in Copenhagen, I do live what some people might call off the grid, and that means I am a user of, I mean, what I can get cheap or what I can grow or in my windows, in pots, and yeah, so that's what I'm doing. But I think I am going off again here. So, and I will perhaps return a little later today. Yeah, because I can see I for the last 20 minutes I have talked to myself, but that's okay. But this was also a little show of what I have got today of new craft glue, and I am going to use them in my in my next craft project. I'm going to show you. Oh, hello, Amber. I am making a little show off, and I'm going to show how I colored this with watercolor. And I have just got these, as you can see, with a very fine tip on them. So I have made this washi tape, and as you can see, I make them of baby wipes on self-adhesive. And write unicorns. So I put it on for decoration. So how are you, Amber? I hope you are doing good and you're okay. So, and these are some glittery powder for mix to glue. What I'm also talking about, just I had a cook out. Oh, that sounds. I understand. Cook means you are doing food. Cook when you're cooking something. Yeah. Um. So it sounds nice. Yeah. Um. Whoa. Better be careful. So, but yeah. Oh, sounds nice. Yeah. Today, actually, yesterday, um, suddenly, without no warning, we have a thunderstorm with a lot of rain pouring down. So, but I like to cook outside too. I have a small what do you call it? Transportable barbecue I use. And sometimes my son and I go down in the park. We have a park close by where we can barbecue. Um, so I love that. Um, Also because there's something special to sit outside with your family and just have a good dinner. I think a lot of people today don't dine together. It's sad, actually. Um, oh, it's Father's Day in US. We had it in Denmark. Father's Day was the 5th of June, Grundlovsdag. It's a special day in Denmark. It was the 5th June. We had Father's Day here. We are celebrating Father's Day in Denmark, but that's very nice. So happy Father's Day for all all men and fathers from Denmark. So it was nice to know that. So, but as we say in Denmark, Mother's Day is in May, I think, but Father's Day is 5 June, 5th June. Um, that day is also a holy day for a lot of Danes. It's the day our ground, like your independence law, was written. The land of law of the land. We live for the ground law, as we call it, was written in 1800, and it's the same laws that count today. Even if a lot of them are a little old, they are still using these old laws today when you have to be judged for something you have done. Sadly. So what I'm going to do is to show today how I give this some color. Oh, you do? Amber, please be my guest to ask if you have something else you like to hear about Denmark. Just ask. I would love to tell you about Denmark. We still have, the Queen, but the fun stuff is actually that our ground law is that old, and it was written the 5th of June, 1814, And that day was later pronounced as Father's Day here in Denmark, because for many years we only had Mother's Day. It came very late. It was first in 1960s. We started to celebrate Mother's Day. Like, for example, Valentine's Day. We never had these special days. Like, you have Halloween. We have fastelavn, and fastelavn is where you have fasted for a church period, and then when we are burning or having a barrel, where children are bashing all the old out to get space for something new. And later on, I have noticed that it's here about the year millennium 2000. People started to celebrate, like, Valentine's Day, and we got what do you call it, Halloween, and children has taken it. We have Easter or something. So thank you, US, because we have got a lot of other special Christmas. I love Christmas. I do. I do. um, even I am. I do my own sort of Christmas, because every Christmas there's me and my cat and my son. But we are celebrating Christmas. For Dane, the Danes' Christmas. You didn't know if it was something else. Okay, no, but we have Christmas here. But how I explains to you? Yes, listen, Amber. Uh, uh, Danes, Denmark. When we were back to the Vikings, we celebrated something called Yule, and Yule is later going to be symbol for Christmas. And actually that day we also celebrate the sun, the light of the sun, and the new change. And later on, it was connected and changed to what we call what we know as Christmas. So the Danes started in, I think it was in 1700, and celebrate what we know today as Christmas. And Father Christmas came to Denmark in about early 1900. Then we started to celebrate what we call the Christian Christmas. Otherwise, it has been hitting, as you know, the wild people, because the Danes have been known as being Vikings. Yes, Yule, and the Vikings. Yes, and what they did is they have the mute like this, and they did like this to the sun and say Happy Yule, Happy Yule, and that means they're celebrating the light. And later on, it went to Merry Christmas. And later on, we are spelling, because how you spell it now is how they pronounce it. Today, I am writing. Today, we call and spell it. How? It doesn't say anything. Okay, the mouse has moved. We are writing it and pronounce it like this: Yule, Yule, like a Yule, like this. Because Yule is something round, and the reason is the sun is round, and that's why they just shouted Yule. And later on, it became to Yule. In old time, we spelled it with an I. Yes, great. So if I send something who say Yule, it means Christmas in Denmark. And today I do make some Christmas things, and we have a tradition in Denmark. We make a roasted pork in Denmark, or duck. Um, and sometimes we also make medisterpølse, like in Elk Town. I don't know if you have heard about Elk Town. They make medisterpølse and appelskiver, and these round apple. It's like a cookie for Christmas. But normally we Danes do not eat these together. Yeah, and turkey, ham. Yeah, we have these what you call a roast, a pork roast, with the skin on it, so it's crispy, and make brown potatoes, brown sugar potatoes for it, and red cabbage, and I think some make apples, some make ducks with apples and raisins inside. About turkey, I have to admit I like turkey, but here in Denmark, turkey is it's very rare. Sometimes a little I can have, a little slice of a turkey. It is very delicious, Amber, where you take this roast. I was thinking, my son and I talked about maybe a show how we make these brown sugar potatoes and that roast in Denmark. It's very yeah, and I have tried. I wanted to, because here in Denmark now you say Thanksgiving. Some people here in Denmark do, because we also have a lot of people that come from US, and they celebrate uh, Thanksgiving. But it's very difficult to get turkey here in Denmark. It's very difficult. I'll see if that. Thank you. It sounds wonderful. Yes, I would love to show you how I make it. Now I got a phone with a camera. I can get my son to hold it. And for dessert at Christmas we have a risalamande. It's like a rice pudding, boiled in milk, and then we add some cream and vanilla or almonds, and mix it together. And there's a tradition in Denmark that we take a whole almond and put it into the bowl with rice pudding, and we serve it with the cherry sauce for it. And this person who get the whole almond is getting a present for in exchanged for this whole almond. So it's very very nice. I am going to fix up. If you hold on, get my table. Yes, and we can still talk. So, but it seems it's only you and me. But how do you make it in Denmark? We boil it in. We use not this long corn rice. We use the round big ones. Not the same rice like you use for dinner. It's a special type of rice, like a round, like a bead, and then we boil it in milk. Oh, you usually lazy on Sundays, me too. I just have a relaxing uh time now because I am also for the because it was Tracey has been so kind to write some very kind messages on my um last video. So I was, making a live thank you for her and explaining some things. Sometimes I just, I find it easier to live record. But Amber, this dessert we make in Denmark, we boil the rice with vanilla, and then we put full milk, whole milk. I mean, I know there's a different from the types of milk, but this whipping cream, I think you call it. And then we chop almonds into it. But it is special. We only eat this. Yeah, but how do you make it in US? That could be because it is different. And we don't put sugar. I am going to show you a video. Oh. Mm. But I think it's I think I'm going to show you in a video how we make it. So, but it sounds the same. But do you make it as a together as one? Because we start to boil the make what we call risengrød, um, like milk and rice, this special rice, and then we put oh, thank you, thank you. You smoke too. I love you. I love you. Oh, But you know what? Some people don't like people smoke, and I say, you know what? This is my home. I smoke in my home, and you are out there. You can't. Yes, we all have our bad habits, and you know what? I respect that for me, and I respect it for others. Why are we going to put something down that, yeah, we enjoy? Maybe it's not healthy, but what's healthy? I mean, coffee is not healthy, and sometimes they find out you cannot drink this, and you're not allowed to do. Yeah. Mm. And right now, I don't mind my bad habit. I can assure you. But I am going to show a little off here. Hopefully, I don't know how much you can see, but yeah, half the food are bad for us. Yeah, some people say that you have to go out and buy organic. You have to go and buy healthy food, right? And I say, what is healthy? How about the water from the sky is filled with all the smoke who come down from the chimneys? I mean, is that healthy? And all the chemicals and stuff that put in our food. I mean, no, I don't think it's very healthy. None of it. I have never understand it. I mean, this day, as I mean, even the ground is, I mean, poisoned. Now you can see. Um, Here you are. Did it help? Nope. If I do like this, it might help a little bit. You can see what I'm doing is I need here, um, because I think these are very boring. So I got hopefully, this watercolor, very cheap, $1. Um, I had a girlfriend. She said, you know what? I can only eat organic. And I say, okay, you show me where you can get organic food, real organic food, who's not been poisoned. And what I don't understand, Amber, how come organic? I mean, this is food who is not allowed to have all that poison. Has to be more expensive than all that is where they buy all the poison and put on it. I don't get that. So now I need to find my here. Yeah. And you know what, Amber? I know people might be a little mad at me, but you know what? I don't think it's more healthy than all the other stuff. Really, I don't. So as you can see here, bum bum bum. What I'm doing is I simply take my watercolor, if you can see it, and I simply just color on it if it want. This is a brand new one. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm simply just give it a coat of color. I am going to be, yeah, this is a small one, and fill it up. No, Amber, you know what is this? This is baby wipes. This is my baby wipes when I have used them and I let them dry out. What I do with them, you know, when I clean my stuff or dry my hands, and if they look a little boring like this, I am simply put a little color because I use them to make flowers or as I showed you here. This is like a washi tape. I have this double-sided tape. Then I simply put it on like this and make these. Sometimes if you have something with text on it, I simply write a text and then I can peel it off and use it as decoration. And that's why I got these very beautiful colors here, because it's have a very fine tip, so you can write with them. It comes like this, is a double-sided tape, like this, and then I simply string it on. Otherwise, I use them, Amber, for my roses. I make roses out of them, or flowers, or what I can do. But then sometimes, you know, when you're sitting and doing things, and as a to relax, I just grab a brush and mix colors and, you know, think of nothing. Today it's a very rainy day. I think I want now I want a blue one. So and it doesn't have to be, you know, the thank you. It doesn't have to be expensive watercoloring. You can use crayons, not crayons. I don't know if it's possible. Sometimes if I have food dye or you know, fabric dye, I use that. Yeah, I think it's these I am going to, because we are going to make some practicing in some blue, red and white tags. So I have to figure out how to make these in groups. So and a purple. So when you're crafting, Amber, do you use you paint too with colors? I simply just spread some colors on here to show you a little mixed media on this. think I want this one. Unicorn. You have watercolors but never use them? Okay. I use my watercolors when I have to, just I don't make paintings, or sometimes you can paint in books and something with watercolor. Then I like my pencils better. um I think it's easier also because I think you have to have water and stuff like that. It can be a little messy sometimes. And that's also why, because I only use it for this when I do this. I'll make one to show you. I think I want a pink. It's a very small process. So it seems it's only you and me, Amber. Thank you for joining me and talk with me. It's very good. So I also think a lot of people, when you think about crafting, yeah, you know what? I don't think I know how to use them either, because maybe some will say you don't use watercolor. Oh, the colors are not so bright. If somebody is going to be offended, sorry. Um, yeah. What type of watercolor is it? Because there are different brands. Um, because I have some. Oh yeah, mine is cheap too. Um, Sometimes it has something to do with the colors. You have to let them absorb some more water, and it can sometimes, I think you can get it too cheap. But I have a friend, um she said, sometimes if she doesn't get this bright colors, she use water with a small amount of this hand dishwasher soap, sulfur. I don't know what you call it, but sulfur, for hand dishing, like fairy. I think it's called fairy. We have some brands. Um, um, and sometimes it helps to have small amount of dish soap. Yes, put a little dish soap into the water because it helps the color to dissolve. Because what you are actually doing is when you're painting, as you can see with these, this is a very cheap one. I only paid $1 for this in a dollar store. I'm going to show you here how it looked. As you can see, like this. And I have put a little I have a little dish soap into it. So I can show you here. And as you can see, it's going through it. And what you can do is if you wanted to, yes, it will. Thank you. So I think I need a little more color over here. And then I give it some hairspray, and I think I need a little more purple here because then it will set a little bit. Well, what I have seen is that sometimes people are gluing on what do you call it? Painter's tape? Painter's do you call it masking tape? Masking tape, I think it's called in US. But I don't think you yeah, you can glue it on. It's cheaper to do that. But I think the glue it's not so powerful sticking, and I don't like I like my washi tape to be sticky, and when I put it put it on a paper, I like it to stay there and not just fall off. So here we go. I'll make one. I'll show you how I make one here. I'll save these for later. And I have my here. I just need to let them dry a little bit. Here. I'll be right back. I need my right up a little bit. Still some popcorn. show you. As you can see, yeah, kom jo med, Julop. I was making this. As you can see, these from my junk mail catalog. I made into a junk journal. But as you can see, what I'm using, Amber, is wall paint. It's make a little harder page. And then I paint the pages like this. And then I simply glitter them in different colors. And the reason I call it, can you see? Now I change the colors in them. Then I have, you know, a light purple, and you know, I make the pages unicorn color with glitter, and I am going to show the finish when I'm done with it. Then I'm going to make a unicorn cover for it. And as you can see, it hasn't cost me anything, because the paint, yeah, of course, I put some drops of it, was the leftover from the ceiling has been painted this white chalk paint, and you just put some colors. I found some cheap acrylic color and stuff like that. And then I got these in our craft store. As you can see, it was on sale for about 10 kroner, and $1 is 6 kroner. So a little over $1, and for 250 ml, I think that's a fair price. So I got it in red, green, and gold and silver. And I like it sparkly and pretty. And this glue, it has smeared a little bit, but this is also the glue from these tubes. Very cheap, very lucky. So the next pages are going to be purple, light purple with gold glitter. But as you can see, Amber, now I got my baby wipe decorated with watercolor. Then as you can see, I use my old hair dryer. So I dry it a bit. Then in Denmark we get this is for also a double-sided tape. We can get very white. We call it montage. You use a hair dryer. Yay! Thank you, Amber. I'm not the only one. Thank you. Use what you have, right, Amber? I mean, you don't have to go and buy some heavy duty, expensive things. So it's no use. I am going to blow a little bit. I was also very lucky. Down in our yard, we have a place where people, we call it a switch shed. When you have some stuff like a recycle center, people, if you got something you don't use anymore, you put it down there, and then other people can go in and take what they need. And one day I came down, somebody has put these hairspray, 5 of these brand new hairsprays down there. So I scored them, and sometimes you can find last week, and I swapped this. I found this on the swap shelf. So I think it's a very good. We live in an apartment center, so I got a brand new this. So, and when my son was younger, we have for children's clothes. We still have that in Denmark, a swap shop where you have a take and you can also swap. This is also from swap shop, where if you have some clothes you don't use, Amber, you simply take it with you and put it on a table, and then you can go around and take what you need. So it's a free. So, and when my son was younger, I can assure you, I saved a lot of money, and like the children's toys and stuff like that. So you don't have to go out and buy it. And sometimes you can find very good crafting things. They have them in Alaska. You don't have them in US. Okay. I think we have a lot of public swap shops too. At our we have 6 recycle centers here in Copenhagen, and they have made like this too, swap shops where you can take your old items and put it into the shop, and then you can take something what you need or can use. Oh, people are greedy in US. Sadly, sad. That sounds sad. That's sad. Yes. But that's I'm afraid a lot of people are very greedy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but yes. What I want is I think we need some it look like this. Now, and now I am going to it needs some sparkling. Oh, people just take. Okay, that I then I have to say Danes are more like it. Young people are good at sharing and things. Yeah, we have a lot of but I think it has something to do. We have a lot of campaigning, but also lot of young people. We have a doesn't have a work, and that means everything is so expensive. And I think people are being more aware of sharing things and donations. We have a lot of donations. Um, but you're right. But of course, we have people, greedy people. Give me, give me, give me. I want, I want. Yeah, no, we are not. Thank you. Yes. So here in Denmark, we are definitely not spoiled with anything here. So, and I have to admit, I had a mother who kept forgetting she had children. So most of my childhood I spent on the streets. And you know what? I have also learned how to live for what I can find, and and that is also why I like to give a lot of things, share. I think when you're living in on the streets together with other young kids, we were taught how to share with each other. If so one day I got found two wonderful jackets. I gave it to a friend of mine who didn't have a jacket, and that's the way I grow up. Um, and today children are swapping. Yeah. So, and I think you are right in one thing, that is this new generation grew up, spoiled, and the parents are doing everything for them. And that means they have never tried, like you and me. As a child, my mama didn't gave me anything or new clothes. I always was, when I was, second-hand clothes today. If uh, suggest to a young mother, why don't you save it for the youngest? My children are not going in blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes I inherit clothes from my cousins or from kind people, or my mama got it from Salvation Army. I mean, but you know what? She, I learned very fast to clean my own clothes. It was, I mean, it was okay, but it was, old fashioned. I mean, I have never worn, and people, the other kids, making fun of you. Look at that! Look at her. She's old clothes and blah blah blah. And I had it, but I had a okay childhood. I mean, today I am so blessed and pleased that I didn't go through all that spoilness. And also know, because it learn how to give when you have. Um, you don't. I mean, some people need a lot of things. Mm, yeah, but I can remember, Amber, you told me about that. And you know what? That's the beneficial is because I'm also, grown up with an older generation. Actually, my grandma uh, raised me. What I'm doing, is I'm sealing it. Yes, grandparents. You know what, Amber? Grandparents are the best in the world. What I'm doing, I am sealing it with hairspray. And I do that because for the glitter, I have now got red glitter on it. It's not flaking. So what I'm doing is, and it also make so the baby wipe um, is a little sturdier. It is glitter glue. I'll show you. It's this. I think it's a Danish brand. But it doesn't say anything. But it's we have I don't know if you can we call it we have a shop called Netto. It's a supermarket, and sometimes the Danish market gets something yeah, you know, I have short times memory too, so don't be ashamed of that, Amber. I can assure you. Sometimes I can, you know, go into the kitchen, have a fart, go out in the kitchen, and when I came to the kitchen, I can't remember what it was I was supposed to pick up. And sometimes now I'm lucky, I got very cheap. So, you know, do you know that, Amber, for example, yesterday I was rebraiding my hair and took my comb, and then suddenly phone ring, and I lay down the comb. When I was done talking, I couldn't remember where I put the comb. So I have to search the house, and you know, sometimes my son keeps telling me, Mom, next time, why don't you just have a comb in each room? I mean, even my glasses, I keep, you know, forgetting where I put them. It's fun. Hi, Tracy. Hello. Thank you so much. I can assure you for all your wonderful messages. It's so good to see you. And have a look at this. Sparkly, sparkly color. Whoa. This is a sparkly baby wipe. I still have a wet corner, so I just need a little more drying. So good to see you, Tracy. Thank you. And Tracy, yes, it is like thank you. I use all this as we talked about the filth. It is a lot cheaper to buy these cloth and color yourself. Um, that is also one of the things I thought about showing. And the beneficiation. Hi, Robin. Good to see you. They're exactly, Tracy. They're larger and definitely more cheap. And they're made out of viscose. Let me see. I'm still trying here. Good to see you, Robin. Hi. I am making, let me see if I have it at eye. Let me give it a little more power. Whoopsie. Voila. Here you are, all dry. And as you can see, it's the old, I don't like to waste anything. So this is my old baby wipe who didn't get so much color as I wished for. So what I have done is I simply took some watercolor and dabbed it on and made this and coated it with glitter glue. And I'm cleaning my glass plate, my fancy one. So what I'm going to do is here, as you can see, wonderful, wonderful. This is going to be a beautiful one. Here, I have this. It's called from Toolmade. It's you use it for carpets and stuff like that. It's a very thin but heavy double-sided tape. And what I'm going to do, I can see it's still a little sticky. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to when I have my craft room done, finished. It's a little bit like Dutch tape, but this Tracey is double-sided. It's like a double-sided tape. So when you have stick this onto something, you can remove this. So I have bought this in a painting shop. You can also get them in carpet centers, and our we have for I don't know what you call it, but we have a shop called Sylvan, where you can buy garden center stuff like this. What I'm doing is then I simply stick it on like this, here on the back side. Like this. And sometimes, as I showed you, what I also do is making these flowers from it. Here. What you also can do, Tracey, is you can also use masking tape and glue it. Take the masking tape and glue it on masking tapes. As you can see, I have covered it like this, and I found out I have a smaller here. It's the same type. Yeah, it's carpet tape. Yes, this is carpet tape, and I don't think it here in Denmark. It's an okay price you get for it. Is there anyone I haven't say hey to? No. I'll continue. Then I am going to make a smaller one here. So what I'm doing then is I trim it like this. And I miss a little corner. So I repair it with this. Stick it on. I'm going to show you. We'll cut the stripe. Like this. And trim it. Like this. As you can see, now I have made washi tape, and as you can see, it's sparkly. What I'm doing is I'll take a ruler and I'll simply just cut it up in stripes, or because it has this white sticky, I can draw heart. I can cut it out in different shapes, make a star or something, and you have a sticky embellishment for your journal. So this is, as you can see, baby wipe washi tape tutorial, and I think I like this carpet tape because it's strong. Thank you, Robin. So, and as you can see, what I also do, I make them sometimes if you are going to have words on it. I can simply write with this. I think I have how about a blue one? I can simply take these. Oh, thank you, Tracy. As you can see, this is some stone paints. Tracer, we can buy. This is the same company. You know, it's fair price. So what I do, these can also write on. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Tracy. Yeah, I have to, because I have reading glasses, you know, working glasses, and so I have to. Yeah, thank you. And I'm so happy you're watching. And as you can see, Tracy, I don't have these expensive. I use an old playboard, game board, this is a glass plate I got from my son from an old game. Yes, you can use them on fabric too. This, and it makes, like, you know, a little structure when you write with them. I will show. Here you are. As you can see, what it also does, it's give a little rubbery, as you can see, and shiny. You can actually use this on stones, clothes, yeah, fabric, plastic, all kind of stuff. And when it's dry, it's like a three-dimensional. So it's like the surface is raised a little bit. I don't know, Tracy, if you can get it in the UK, but I can. We can try Google it. Oh, that's the one. Oh. Okay, it's a Danish produce, but I think you can get it. I'll try, Tracy. I'm going to try Google who else brand make this, because I can see this is made and designed in Denmark and manufactured for Danish, only to sold in Denmark, it says. So in it, so but I'll look it up. I am going to look it up. Here you are. As you can see, then I simply cut the word, and then I have you know, when put it into my journal, and then I have a ready-made text here. It says love, and they give a little raised surface, but very nice. So I love it. So now, Tracy, you know how to recycle this. Make washi tape that sticks, right, Amber? You know, so that stays on. Sometimes when you buy these washi tape, I mean, they keep falling off. You have to glue it on. So clean it, and I'm going to show you, Tracy. Oh, you're nodding at the screen. You know what? I do that too sometimes. But Tracy, have a look. This is, as you can see, an old Aldi commercial from Aldi, my junk mail. What I'm doing, as you can see, I'll put it like this. As you can see, what I'm using is ordinary How can you guess it? Tracey, I have to show you something. See, I'm calling it like this with in different it's going to be different colors. Hi Michelle, good to see you. So I'm going to show you Amber too. I don't know if I showed you, just a minute. I went shopping yesterday. I was in my flying tiger and if I show you this, I saw this, and guess who came on my mind? Look at it. Isn't she beautiful? And you know what? It is for iPhone. It's a unicorn iPhone cover. Yes, perfect for Elizabeth. And I found these inflatable cup holders shaped as a unicorn. And I found another thing here. These sticky things. See if I can. Thank you. And some of these things, especially this, and sold in Denmark. So I'm not sure if you can get them, but I also found these. And since you live in Florida, don't you think this would be perfect? And I'm sure she can make something out of them. Palm trees. I think she'll be so happy. I love Elizabeth. I mean, she is the queen. She's the master of. Oh, did you see her video, Tracey, where I have found in our Amber, in that swap shop I told you about? I have found a puzzle with a unicorn, and there were some pieces missing, and I was, a little sad. So when I showed it off, Elizabeth wrote to me, I shouldn't be worried because she knows exactly how to make this puzzle into a very beautiful art picture. And I have to admit, she did a wonderful masterpiece. Did you see that video? What she got out of this? I can assure you, she's a master. I mean, you can learn so much from Elizabeth, and Elizabeth is, I mean, she has the most wonderful spirit. I love her. She's she's wonderful, and I like to make her happy. You haven't seen that one? Do you want me to put the link? I can put the link down when I'm done here, Tracey. I can put the link for that video so you can just see it. She dedicated for Catherine. So wonderful, wonderful. So I am going to pack this tonight. I know I have her stories. Yes, you know what, she has such a wonderful way to tell her stories. I love her so much because what you also can feel what she's very funny. I love her singing. Oh, when she sings, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful, I can assure you. And you know, she has such a warm way to tell stories, and you really, your heart is with her. I love it. And when she starts to sing a song, right, Robin? Oh yes, she's so funny. And these little crows. Yes, I have seen the video with Gerhard. Yes, I've seen that one. It was very beautiful of Elizabeth to donate, but she has a warm heart. Very wonderful. So my next project was, I have one more thing. Um, shall we make another one? Because yeah, I can paint. I can take some couple of pages in my unicorn book. Did I put it down here? Did I? As you can see, I get all these free candy boxes, and today I have just it was actually Elizabeth who came with that idea in that video where she make that beautiful mixed media picture of a puzzle. She said she had a lot of these flower petals, and she told she had actually bought some of these lace, flower lace. I have learned and simply ripped it apart like this and saved the petals. And when I went to our dollar store like this, as you can see, I bought two for 20 krona. And that's $3 for all these beautiful, beautiful flower petals. A bonus with my flower petals was that between the flowers was this little plastic tube, and as you can see, it has a perfect size for my bohemian fabric beads, where you, because also it's hollow, so you can get the wire down through and wire it up like this and make a bohemian bead out of it. All that for $3, a bargain. And in Denmark, we can also buy these. Yes, yes, these Hawaiian lace. We call them blomsterkranse. It's yes, Robin. It's a great idea to get these, very cheap, and often you can get them cheap, and just simply because I was down and see if you can have, you know, maybe 10 flower petals for, yeah, $1. Here you get a whole amount. What we can buy in our Flying Tiger is this. This is blue. I think it calls ocean blue. Acrylic paint. Yes, you can paint them too. But that's what I wanted to show you, Tracey, and the others, what you can do. I'll be right back. Yeah, back again. Yeah, her real name is Caroline, and she married a guy named Hart. So it's a real name, short for Caroline, Carol or something. I mean, Elizabeth is explaining that. Where did I place my watercolor? What you can do if you got them Tracey in the white, when you have washed them, that means that you just have to floss them in warm water. Yes, Caroline. You'll take 6 of them, or you can also use the white one. I gave up on the little pencil. What you can do is, if I take a pillow here, as you can see, what I used for painting my baby white is in our dollar store I bought these very cheap watercolor for about 10 kroner, a little over $1. So it doesn't have to cost you a fortune. Definitely not. What you're doing or can do is you take a brush like this. I don't know if you can see it here. If I switch, never mind. I'm going to show you the progress, what I'm doing. Sadly, I can't. I hope my conditions is going to be better. Water, white, this, and simply I want to have a little pink. What I'm doing is I simply take, when I have my watercolor, and as you can see, it has a very absorbent, it's very strong absorbent of the color. Can you see that? Then you can simply paint. You can paint on them with watercolor like this. And you can simply just give them watercolor. And as you can see, it go through like this. As you can see, I have where you can simply tip coat them. I'm going to show you how I make these. What you can also do is make the tips in different shades. And draw them. I'm going to make a purple one like this. Simply just color the tips like this with watercolor. You can also, what I was trying before, I got somebody looking, but in the beginning, I'm explaining that you can also use food coloring. But here in Denmark, we have very strict about food color and things that we are going to put in our food. That does that a lot of these food coloring, blue, green, and purple, and magnificent colors that you can buy in the US are actually not allowed to be sold in Denmark because there can be a health problem. Also because here in Denmark, research also known as children, there's a lot of children who has AHDO. Yeah, that's all right, Robin. And a lot of these diseases, and when a child get angry, aggressive, and have you know, like a I call it a Speedy Gonzalez syndrome, where they get very hyperactive. And researchers here in Denmark have found out that a lot of these synthetic colors are actually a trigger for and sugar combined with sugar. It actually causes this problem with children, and basically because parents are not very good at limit the children how much they get of these colors. So that's why we have very strict um, rules about what we can buy and stuff like that. So as you can see now, yeah, I'm happy that the government is doing this. Here you can see I have colored the tips of my rose petals. What I'm going to do now, I think I want to they are going to have a little gold glitter. Just a minute. Okay, gold or silver? Tracey, gold or silver glitter and the pink? Your choice. You're making this with me, gold or silver? Silver, it is. Thank you. Then I'm putting this back on my lap here. I like, sometimes I'm sitting here just having a great time. Where did I put it? I have a special one for that. If I can get it out. Okay, I think that was for two there. I can share that amount here. If I can, I'm silvering them now. So it can get a little sparkly. I learned something. You can actually make your own glitter glue by adding some glitter powder in white drying glue. I haven't tried it, but I was actually thinking about maybe try it out, how to do it. I think I can use that one. I need it. And I'm lucky, I got some water here. And what I'm doing, start to dry them out. I need a fresh one here ready. So, as you can see, I have given them a coat of sparkle in the tip. and I'm going to dry them. So you can also, instead of doing this, normally I just leave them for drying to save. I have to be careful. They're flying away from me. Hold on to them. Sometimes you can also iron them dry. They don't want to stay here. So a little break here. So, but I was also happy, Tracy, that I saw you have used some different materials like fabric. I love the lace rose very much. And if you want, I am going to show you how to make. You're so welcome. I'm going to show you how to make a smaller rose. And I am also going to show you how to make a flat rose. Some you can use in your junk journals. You're so welcome, Tracy. So, it's not quite dry, but we will manage. Then I would need to find out. I simply don't like when I'm spring cleaning, sort of. I'm just looking, just a minute. I am looking. Where did I put it? Did I put it in? Oh, yeah, of course I did. I just needed to find out where I have okay. My flower basket here. And we are going to use the glue gun. You can't use that one. And I just need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6 on the floor. Yes, I'll give them a little more heat. Of course we can do that. I will put my email, Tracy. I am going to put my email on. Yes, that would be lovely. If I blow them this direction, maybe they'll stay in the couch. Like this. This time I think I'm going to make little larger rows. So what I'm going to do, pick something up. Just a second. Yeah. As you can see, I think you all know what that is. Yeah, but it can be a little, yes, but I'm not worried about it. I don't mind publish my email. So what I'm doing, I'm using this for barbecue because I want to make show you how to make a tall roast. And for that I need another one. I think I need the yellow. Where did I put a yellow center? There. Because a real rose is yellow. What I'm doing, it takes some time. The reason I have problems with my glue gun, what I accidentally did, what I regret very much, is that I was trying these glitter glue sticks, And what these glitter glue sticks, hot glue sticks did was it blocked my glue gun in the tip, so it cannot press the glue out. So I have to sometimes stick a needle, clean it. As you can see, now I have made the center here. What I'm doing, sorry, taking this and just 2 stripes like this. No, please don't buy them, Tracy. They're not worth it because you are ruin your glue gun with them. Trust me. Then you have the first like this. What you're doing then? Make a little like this. So you open up. Cut a small triangle here. Then you're putting glue like this in the side. Start with one and you put the opening together, and then you hold it. Then you simply fold it, so you are putting it down next to it, so you make like a here, as you can see, you press the sides together. I'll show you like this here in each flap. That's good. And next here. As you can see, it does that it opened a little bit. And again, yes, it's kind of form a plate, yeah. Can you see? It's coming up like this. Coffee. Without coffee, you're not existing, my son says. Like this. You can't drink coffee. No, I drink, sometimes I drink both tea and coffee. I have to admit, I like my morning tea. A lot of people can drink coffee in the morning. I can't drink coffee in the morning, sadly. Then I prefer a nice cup of tea. Here you are. Oh, you love coffee. Have you tried? You can get them without the caffeine. You can actually get coffee without the caffeine. Have a look. Can you see the sparkle in the rose like this? And then I am going to take this. As you can see, this is a green fleece plate, cheap from IKEA, actually. Hasn't cost very much. So you can also use that, Tracey, for roses. But it's a little, instead of felt, then I can use fleece. I think you call it fleece. Plate. This has cost me about 15 Denmark in IKEA. And I have made a tin plate. Yeah, fleece. Yes, it's the same here in Denmark. So I have to keep an eye on the time so I don't take too much of your time. Like this. What I'm doing next is I am, where do I have this? Voila. There you are. Now we are going to put the fleece on. Then I give it a little here to hold it up a little bit. And I need a glue stick. In Denmark, they come in these little fancy packets, like this. I just lost something. And Have a look. Now we have this. Then I make cut a circle. Oh, you're kidding? Okay. I never heard about that. No, you're not kidding. It was, oh, oh yeah. I think it's because they want some other two, but you're the only one who write to me right now. I don't know if I have more on, but yeah, fun. Then I make a circle like this, Tracy. Then I snip it a little bit around here. Never heard of it. Fun. That you're talking too much. Oh, you're back. Thank you. So what I'm doing, as you can see, now I have painted this and we have glittered. Then I have made a circle like this. And yeah, now we are parting. As you can see, to cover up here, what I'm doing is gluing like this. And this is again just this very cheap bleach material you can buy in IKEA or any other place. It doesn't have to see, now I have made a little base like this and squeeze it a little bit. Then I simply take and make a very fine yeah. So, but I probably try that too when I'm writing too much. You know. Yeah. Maybe they're going to say, I am talking, hey Catherine, you are blah 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 too much. Can you slow down? Your viewers can't follow you. You never know. So you get face acting for giggling. You know what? It's healthy to giggle, to laugh and have a good time. It is good for you. And oh, for a wrench. Yeah, about that, Robin. How do I give people a wrench like this? What do I do? Do I click on you? Thank you. I'm going to see if I click next to you, what's coming up. Oh, if I do like that, I accidentally made you a moderator. What does that mean, Robin? So let's see what happened. Yes, you got a wrench now. It means I made you a moderator. Let's see if I can do the same with you, Tracey. Here. Yes. I don't know. Sometimes they're going yellow. I don't know. And as you can see, I put Tracey. Now you have got one too. So I am going to do that. If people are loyal to me, I am going to give you a wrench. Come. I have clicked. Love you all. And have a look. My glittery rose made out of this cheap yes, that means, and a monitor can also get, yes. You can do some. Oh, now you made me laugh. Yes, yes, you can do that, Tracey. If your water pipes are stuck, you can use the wrench for releasing. Yes. You can also, you don't have to put this, but I think it's make a very beautiful rose out of this tip. I'm going to take my look at that. So thank you, Tracey. But one thing, Tracey, don't buy these. I can only warn you about these glitter hot glue sticks, because I did that by mistake, and I can assure you I have since then I have problems with my glue gun because all the glitter block the glue sensor. Okay, yes, I have had one of these trolls. So I have thrown them out. But you can do that if you click next to it. I found out. So thank you, Robin. I think it was you who helped me out. I'm not sure, but one of you was very kind to explain to me how to get rid of him. So And we don't like trolls, and we don't like these people who cannot um, keep a nice language or talk nice to people. So one beautiful thing here, what I sometimes do to make them last a little bit is to give them some of this hairspray. You really love that, Rose. Thank you. So here you are. As beautiful as you can see, the hairspray gives it a little bit secure. And you know, compared to what real filled, thank you, Robin, cost, you know, it's a very cheap one. I have made this because in Denmark, you can, these, if you buy these in a packet, you get 10 pieces for 10 kroner. That's, we say it's 1 kroner. And for one, and you can make 4 to 6 roses out of one sheet. So it's a very cheap filled material, and you know, and a little watercolor like this, and some glue, glitter, and you have a very beautiful, affordable, I say, most apart, rose. Um, the next thing is, here I'm going to put this over here. It would make a lovely bouquet, yes, it would. I have made sometimes also with these. I simply, you know, make like a half crown, and I can show you. I'm going to show you. Have a look. Yes, but I'm going. Yes, okay. I'll take 30 minutes more. So, otherwise, thank for now, Robin. Thank you. And hug your dog for me. So, have a look, Tracy. I am going to show a tutorial on these two. It's a old chocolate box with a lid on it, and as you can see, I have transferred into a piggy bank. Flashed it like this, so it just looked like a pot of roses. And as you can see here, And I have made this one. And what I'm doing this technique too. I put a dolly, I think they're called dolly, these round crochet things I make, and then I glue them like this, so I have a half circle. And then I simply, I like the pink too. Do like this and make like a half and put a dolly, you call it the dolly, yes, underneath. And then I simply take like what do you call it, these Chinese things, or make a like a handle like this. Sometimes if I have old things like this, so you make a handle out of a piece of wood or in an empty. Sometimes I save these empty glue sticks. When it's empty, I simply use that and put on as a handle. Then I cover it like this, a post. Okay, a post. Like this. Posy. Yeah, you know what? I think I can. If you do, you have 21 more minutes. I'm going to show you this. That's the pity bank here. I think I have some roses. Yes, I do. Have a look. Then I'll need my glue gun. I also make these, Tracy. As you can see, these are also made out of fleece fabric. Like this. I'm going to show how I make this, and in different size, so you can use them in a journal. But you are so much welcome. I'll show you what I mean, because I found out. I'm going to use that one again. As you can see, I have box of different ready. Now I want to find some who's matching like this. What I am doing is I found this. You can use that to hold it. So what I'm doing, and we can perhaps make something so that would be looking like leaves. Let's have a look. Take advantage to show you. Oh, Amber, don't feel sorry. That's okay. See, I got made this. I don't know. Oh, Amber, see, have a look. And Amber, I'm going to give you something. You must have needed this. Yes. You must always listen to your body. I say, if you're tired, you can always, that's why I stream. I found out I can make a longer video by stream record than if I have to upload it later. So what I'm doing, taking this and wrap it around here. I need this to give me some glue. So yes, my videos can also only be 15 minutes. So that's why I found out the best way you can make a longer video is actually to live stream, record them, and it can be very frustrating because then you have to sort of cut them up, and sometimes when you are looking for them, they're mixed up. So you have to have step 1, 2, 3. And yes, I'm live streaming, and sometimes it doesn't matter. I mean, if I don't have anyone who sort of look at them, because I know it's going to. Yes, you turned blue. Yay! You're welcome. I seen somebody turned yellow. I don't know. It's a special colorway. I have promised all my faithful viewer who come and visit me more than once and want to chat with me, they are going to tell, hi Sue. So good to see you. So now I don't know how much you saw, Sue, but I have just made this out of this cheap felt, and I have shown off how I make colorful washi tape. This is carpet tape, double stick. I put on here. So, and now I have promised Tracey to show her something. And I need to ask you, Sue, would you like to be blue with a wrench? Yes, medical tape is also, washi tape is also stronger than masking tape. Sometimes you can use masking tape. So, you want a wrench? You get one. And Sue will have one. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. You are going to have mail, happy mail from Denmark soon. Do you know that? You are going to have a happy mail. Right, girls? I can assure you. So good to see you. You got a wrench now. So, did you get your wrench, Elizabeth? I'll put the orange. So good to see you. Yes, you turned blue. Oh, I can assure you I have something for you. I went shopping. Yay, you got one. I'm going to show you something, Elizabeth. You are going to be very spoiled and very happy because tomorrow, Elizabeth, I am going to the post office. No, we don't want bad people. I can assure you. I know. Are you ready, Lizzie, to see what I got for you? Because I was out shopping yesterday, and I went into a shop and I was actually looking for a new mouse because that computer thing, gaming, you're ready? Da, 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 da. Have a look at her. And do you know what, Elizabeth? This is for your phone. This is a unicorn iPhone. What do you call it? Holder. And yeah, isn't she beautiful? Special designed and sold only in Denmark, it says. So, and it was the last one to have for a fair price. So now you can put your iPhone in a unicorn. And most of all, here, I thought you were living in Florida, so I have got some of these palm trees for you. So you have 20 pieces, so you can play with. And then I have something for you and the hamster. And have a look at these. These are inflatable cup holders in a shape of a unicorn. So, and I got one for you and one for the hamster. So when you're sitting in the garden, you simply have just to fill it up with air and you have a cup holder. I love you, Elizabeth. I love you so much. I do. And you have also brought tears to me for being so kind. Also with your comments. And these things are going into a package tonight, and tomorrow I am going to send it to Florida, and I hope you will have it in about 10 days. It will take about 8-10 days, hopefully, to arrive. But I can assure you, when I saw it, it is for you, Elizabeth. I love you. So they're coming home to you. So it's not much, but wait for them. And I am going to love to see your new videos. So I love you. What I'm doing is making a bouquet of roses like this. I start up like this. You are so sweet too, my dear friend Elizabeth. So I can assure you, the best thing in the morning to see you and hear you singing, hear your wonderful voice, and just sit and enjoy your video and the happiness. What I'm doing, as you can see, just burnt my hand on hot glue. You're not going to. I mean, I can't recommend to try to remove hot glue with your fingers. Yes, I will show you what I'm doing now. I had some here. I put a yellow. As you can see, I shaped them like this. That's the beginning. And then I simply glue. Maybe I'm using too much glue, I don't know, but as I told you, I had problem with that glue gun since I tried, so I need a new one. So I can tell you, I will never ever use. Yes, I can assure you, I was almost crying out some very bad words because it was really hot, and it's because it's jamming because of, and suddenly it puff out with glue because I have tried these glitter glue things, sticks, and that means it block it. What I'm doing here is I'm making it around like this. So I have I need 3 more, then I'm almost there. I'm getting some pink ones. And as you can see, I'm putting together like this. These are actually recycled roses, if you can call it that. I have used them for another project for decoration. Then I simply took them apart and reuse them. Oh yeah, I can assure you, I have learned from Lizzie too. That's why I love this double-sided tape. I buy this carpet tape, Elizabeth, and as you can see, I have made for washi tape out of a baby wipe. I have colored with watercolor. So, but unfortunately, you can't use this double-sided tape for this. It would be so nice, but it won't hold. Let's see if I can find now. Yeah, why not? Here you are. You are. Can you? I look forward to see it. I will love to see it, Amber. Yeah. And have a look. Now you have it. You have the bouquet of flowers like this. I have just mixed media color here. Then I simply take this. As you can see, you have oh, super perfect. Then I simply take this piece of wood and glue gun it. Hopefully it will stick into it. And it's just, you know, cheap felt. Then I simply hold it like this. Hopefully it will stay. And then I give it one more row like this. And as you can see what I'm doing, what you can't see, I'm gluing one more out here. If I can hold it. I think I found a yellow one. These are not so pretty, these flowers, because they are some sort of recycle, but they will do. Sometimes I make them in color schemes. So like this. I found pleased. Hopefully soon my craft room will be functional again. So here you are. And I found a pink one. And Sue is back. Voila. I just need a few more. No, not a black rose. Oh, I have a pink more. Here you are. Said you can't see it, but it's building up. I just need 3 more roses. I can show you. A purple. And a real pink one. A squeezed one here. Here you are. And voila, have a look. Now you have your little bouquet. And the reason you have this little handle, you can actually put it into a goblet or something. What I was thinking, because I found these. Maybe, does it look like leaves? No. It doesn't look good. Then you can take one of these dollies and put underneath here, and you have now throwing that bouquet. Okay, you don't want to throw it away. I have actually made I have a friend, her daughter was allergic to flowers, so I actually made a bouquet, a wedding bouquet, out of this filled in white, and some other flowers, like a wedding bouquet for her. And she said the same thing. She didn't want to throw it away. What you can do then, I just got a good bargain like this. I got all these magnificent cheap plastic cups, and then you can actually do that, make a decoration by making this into a like a gold poker goblet. I think it's goblet in English. And then you can as a, use it as a have it in a pot like this. Thank you, Tracy. So and you can of course put the flowers, so you make like color coordinated, and as you can do here, this is a heart shape where you simply glue them on in a heart shape. And this is made as a piggy bank where you put all your pennies into it. And sometimes you can, I cut it almost. It because sometimes the chat box is disappearing, so I have to use and touch the mouse. They're a perfect match. And you can do that. You can leave this, and then you can actually fill it up with something and glue it. You can glue it to the goblet. And then you have it like this. But you can also, if you need a bouquet for your hand, you have this. Or if you have for Halloween, as you can see, I love purple. See, voila, now I have a Halloween purple decoration like this. So it can stand in it like this. And if you keep if you make a shade of roses, you have a wider combination for them. So if you want for Halloween, you give it Halloween. Or do you need it for a table decoration? You simply put it in a goblet like this. And I think it's the. Or do you need anything? Or you can have it like this. But what you can do is actually put a dolly, as we call it. So it's covered with a white dolly. Yes. And now I have just mixed it. And the yellow one is for good luck. It means good luck in Denmark. A yellow, but it's okay. It was some finished one from an old project I had. So I'm glad you like it. So now you can see how you make these. And you disappeared again. I am going to touch you again here. Yes, yellow is a mood lifter. So, because it's also symbolized. Thank you, Sue. Thank you. Did you see this? I don't know. And this also, you see the same cheap cleaning cloth, just colored These are dyed with fabric dye, and this is simply just hand painted with ordinary watercolor, and then it has got some glitter glue onto it. And these are my tiny roses here. These are tiny roses I made out of my baby wipes when they're colored, you know. You missed the beginning, Elizabeth. Don't despair. Can you give me 10 minutes to get a cup of tea? Because then I'll do it for you. Oh, never mind. But I have to take this out. So, you know what, Elizabeth? I'll show you just for you, and the other one, how you make them. So I am going to make a little space and show you how I make them from scratch. So can you hang on, hopefully? So, and I'm glad you love it. Maybe this. Oh, yes, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, but Elizabeth, I'm showing it in another video, actually. I have made it. It only take a second. I just need here. See, I got it here. And I already, see, got the leaves. Have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need 6 of them. 6. Then you have a glue stick. Here. It's very fast. Then you glue. Elizabeth, you do like this. Down here. In all 6 of them. Glue them down here. I do it as fast as I can. Like this. And you might say hello to the Hafster from me and congratulations with Father's Day. As I was talking, explaining to Amber that here in Denmark, Father's Day is celebrated the 5th of June, on the same day as the ground law in Denmark was written in 8. It's a holy day. So what you're doing here is you have a match stick, and I have just taken off this light part of it. You simply roll it like this, and you have the center. Then you take the next one and place it center-wise where the opening is, like this, and fold it like this. And then you simply build up here like this, where the opening, and a little like this. The next is going like that. 2. And what you're doing is you are simply afterwards here one more time around, And the last one, like this, front, like this. Then you simply take some string like this. This is ordinary sewing thread, and you simply, if you can see, Elizabeth, about 1/2 inch, and then you simply tie it up like this and shape it to hold it firm like this. And around, so you make a base. That's good. Here you are. And voila. Now you cut your rows like this. As you can see, what you're doing is take this. I have made like this template for a leaf. Then you make 3 of them like this. I fold it in 3, or you cut it like this. 3 leaves. And I think this is the last thing I am going to make tonight, because now it's almost midnight in Denmark. So, and of course you can always replay and re-see. Then you have your glue stick from half of it, like here. You simply glue very firmly. You can, like this. And this is a very strong glue stick. You can also use a different type of glue, but I like the glue stick because we have a strong one. You have your rows. You start here, put it so you cover up, shape it like this. The next one here. So you have it here. And as you can see, the last one go here. And voila. Now you have it like this. One rose in filled. So, and you can take the stick out if you want, because now it is glued, so you can actually just take out the matchsticks. But you have you are so much welcome. It has been lovely to show you, Elizabeth, always. So it is a very lovely color in white, and as you can see, I have also made them in the red one here. So, and as you can see, you can use them for decoration, glue them, bouquets. I think Elizabeth has seen the hat. Have you? I don't think so. Here, I can't remember. Like this, that one. You're thinking about my hat with the same flower. we were talking about. And yes, Elizabeth, we'll see you. I'm going to see you in another video. And enjoy your ice cream. I'm so happy you dropped by. So you've seen it, but it is upcoming in another video. Isn't that what we say, Lizzie? See you in the next project. And have a wonderful evening. And bye. Thank you. I can't say how much I love you for your time, Elizabeth. You're my heart, sister. So, and enjoy, what do you call it? Ice cream and Father's Day. And now you're blue in my channeling. You're welcome. Hug and blessing to you all. Bye for now, Elizabeth. So, yes, now I have a fancy bouquet. And I have shown what's await Elizabeth for her cell phone. No, it's a, what do you call it? Do you call it a cell phone or mobile phone or iPhone in US? Or is it a smartphone? You call it a smartphone, right? So a cover for it. Yes. Do. Yeah. So bye to you, Elizabeth. And tomorrow I'm going to mail you your unicorns. So I am also going to say bye to all of you. Because now it's 8 minutes to midnight. And I've promised myself an early night, but it has been so wonderful. And as I promised, if you are faithful for me, to me and my channel, and come and say hi, I am going to give you, I am going to try to sleep soon this evening. I am trying to go to bed because it's midnight. So you are getting a wrench of me, so you can fix your plumbing. So I am going to close down. Thank you for watching, and I'm glad you have learned something. And thank you so much for your wonderful time. It has been joyful. And can you all have a nice evening and happy Father's Day for all of you. So it's bye, and thank you for Catherine. Bye, love you all. Yes, it was. See you all. Bye. Bye. And thank you here. Find the right spot. Love you all. Kiss and hugs, and God bless.